Of course, Klain is part of a series of transition officials expected to be hired. What do we know now about the other people being selected as part of Biden's team?
I think that's still very much up in the air. They're, obviously the ones that people always pay the most attention to in these early days, state, defense, and Treasury. I think those are still up in the air. There have been some candidates who've been spoken about, but I don't think, I think Ron Klain was almost a foregone conclusion for chief of staff. I don't think there are foregone conclusions yet for any of those other jobs.
You know what? I have to ask a question that I've been wanting to know. You have extensive experience in the White House. You've had back and forth with President Trump over Twitter. I'm wondering, what's happening inside of the White House in these last couple of months that the president is there? Is there a directive? Are there any ideas of how he may leave?
Do you mean in terms of are people in the White House trying to prepare him to leave? Is that what you're asking?
Absolutely, yes. That's a very good way to ask it.
I think people undoubtedly have tried to talk to him about this. The problem, Donald Trump really doesn't take advice from anyone. He listens to his daughter and his son-in-law probably more closely than he does many people. But even they don't have direct control over him. He really does what he wants. And we could end up, in the unfortunate position where he has to be forced out the front door of the White House. But I hope we don't have to get to that point.
Well, Tim, we will be watching, and we thank you so much for joining us.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.